everybody, today we are doing a no foundation makeup routine and an actual no foundation makeup routine. It's actually no foundation and no concealer, and it's just a very minimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 step no makeup routine for days when you want to just look enhanced but not actually be wearing makeup or have a makeup look. It's so simple, so easy. Honestly, it would take less than 5 minutes. It would probably take like 2 or 3 minutes to do this, and I hope that you enjoy. This is an actual no foundation makeup routine, not like when everyone says a no foundation makeup routine and then they just put concealer all over their face. This is an actual no foundation, minimal, no makeup routine. So I don't have a foundation and I actually don't have a concealer either, but I do have a corrector just because I want a little bit of brightening under my eyes, but I don't feel the need to cover any of like my breakouts or my acne scars or anything today. So I'm just not bothering with that because I don't feel the need to, but this is a pink color corrector from NYX. This is the Pro Fix Stick Corrector, just in the shade pink. And I'm just gonna dab that under my eyes just a little bit to help brighten. Like I'm not gonna do much at all. And then I'm just going to tap it in with my finger. And you can see that didn't add any coverage, it didn't conceal anything. All it did was just brighten very, very slightly. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you don't need like a full coverage concealer or even a medium coverage concealer. If you don't want coverage, you don't need coverage. And then even though there is nothing on the face, like no foundation or concealer, I am going to take a setting powder. This is just the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. And I'm going to take that on a big fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to set my whole face with that, just lightly, just a little bit. And then I'm just going to set very lightly because I am going to go in with like a little bit of powder blush and bronzer to bring some life to my face. So I just want to have a nice powder thin layer already on the face so that way those blend a little bit nicer. But this is not adding any coverage, it's not doing anything. If anything, it's taking down some of the shine from like my moisturizer and my sunscreen. And just a little bit under the eyes. There's not a lot of product there. It's not really going to crease or anything, but just putting this all over the face so that everything is nice and smooth and even. And to bring some life back to my face, I'm gonna take the Flower Beauty Heatwave Luminous Bronzer. This is in the shade Sunrise. It has a really nice kind of purpley pinky undertone to it. Just gonna pick a little bit of that up on a brush, just a tiny bit, and then just sweep it very lightly over the cheeks just to bring the life back. I'm not trying to like bronze and I'm not trying to sculpt. I'm just trying to bring some life back into my face so that way there's a little bit of definition. You see like that, it didn't do a lot, but in the grand scheme of like a no makeup look, something like that, very effective. And then also a little bit on the nose, just because I always put a little bit of like blush or bronzer on my nose, and then light dusting across the forehead because that is where the sun naturally hits. I'm not building this up, I am just kind of enhancing my skin in a sense. I'm not doing bronzer, I'm not doing a sculpt, I'm not being too picky with the placement either. I'm just enhancing my skin. And then this step is completely optional. You do not need a blush and a bronzer. You can absolutely just do one, but I am going to take a blush. This is the r.e.m. Beauty Pinking of You blush, and I'm just gonna take that on a little brush, just a little dab, and just add that just to the tops of the cheeks very lightly, because a nice cool tone pink like this is what my cheeks natural flush kind of looks like. So if I just add that on top of the bronzer, it just gave a little bit more life than was already there. And that's all I'm going for. Not trying to be like a blush queen, not trying to tie anything together. Again, just enhancing what the natural skin already looks like. And any straight man will think that I'm wearing no makeup at all. And I already curled my lashes. That is a very big thing. Curling your lashes makes the difference in everything. I always feel like my eyes look small, I look like a boy, like something is off when my lashes are not curled. But even if I'm wearing no makeup at all, I will just curl my lashes, brush my brows, out the door, and like that is just enough to make you look like pretty. And you could do this look with cream blush and cream bronzer. I prefer powder because I feel like you can pretty easily go overboard with cream blush and bronzer, even if it is lighter, especially if you're drawing it on your face. It can be, while yes, like it sinks into the skin, I feel like it can be a little bit more detectable because it is just slightly more pigmented and it's gonna be a little bit more dewy on the face, and then you would have to set down after, which could take some of that color away. But I feel like when you're doing powders, it's just extremely blendable. It's so light. And I do the setting powder first, so that way everything is blending really nicely on top of it and it's not just blending on bare skin, because then it could catch, it could stick to certain parts of your skincare. So putting the setting powder on first and then going in with a powder blush and a powder bronzer is going to lead to like a seamless, flawless look to the application. So if you want to wear mascara, you can, but just because I did like nothing basically on the face, it is very, very, very simple. I'm not going to do mascara because I think that that would kind of enhance the makeup-y look of it, or it might look out of place if I use a mascara that is more than just like a very minimal mascara. Like any sort of like lengthening or volume mascara, I think is going to be too much for a look like this because everything is just very subdued, very subtle. So adding mascara is just gonna look very obvious and out of place. And if you are someone with sparse brows, absolutely you can fill in your brows here a little bit, but I have naturally pretty full brows, so I'm not gonna touch those. And then I'm gonna take a pink lip gloss. This is almost empty. This is the Tower 28 Lip Jelly in the shade Pistachio. I'm like scraping the sides trying to get lip gloss out, but it's just a nice pink. It's very light, very nude. You can also use like a tinted lip balm or anything of that nature that's going to be kind of light. And then that's like the easiest no foundation makeup look you're ever gonna have. So you see, it's very, very light, very subtle. From afar, people aren't even gonna be able to tell that you're wearing makeup, but they're gonna be like, oh, she's just pretty. Like, this girl has naturally such beautiful features. How is she naturally like a little bit sculpted and a little bit flushed, but like, it's makeup. So I hope that you enjoyed and you can take away that you don't need a lot of makeup if you want to do a subtle look. It doesn't always take 50 different products. Sometimes it literally takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products and you don't even need that many. And you can get a very nice, natural, no makeup look without foundation or concealer. And any straight man will think that I'm wearing no makeup at all.